Hey guys, I'm going to start this video by just saying sorry for the mic quality. My last one broke and I'm probably going to get a new one soon, but for now, just bear with me. I do apologize. Alright guys, for the 2019-2020 season, what I'm going to be doing is doing a lot shorter videos, and I know that the camera is really close to my face. It's because I have a bed right behind me and I don't have a lot of space and I don't have a chair. So it's just going to be my face, a floating head pretty much. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing for this video is going to be predicting the top 6 teams that are going to make the playoffs for the AFC and NFC and my Super Bowl pick. Every other week, of course, is going to be my weekly selections, and they're going to be around 4 minutes. I want to make sure to give whoever is watching a good amount of information while also making it short and sweet so that you don't get bored throughout the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm going to go over the AFC conference first. The funny thing is, I actually made a clip and it took 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go over it, and I said I'm going to be short, bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to try to make it shorter than my first attempt. Alright, so who I have coming out of the AFC East, I have New England and I have the Jets. I have New England because they've ruled the division for 10 years and I expect them to keep ruling the division. I do think the Jets are going to be a tougher game for them than they were last year. And I also think Buffalo could be too. I think the Jets are a little bit better than Buffalo because they really signed a lot of players on their defensive end. They also have weapons. They have Le'Veon Bell and Isaiah Crowder going along with Robbie Anderson and a healthy Quincy Enunwa. They also got their offensive line. They got upgrades at guard and center. So I have the Jets at 9-7. They have a really hard schedule in the first 7 games. I do expect them to hopefully be 3-4. If they're 3-4, I expect them to go 9-7 as their back half is a lot easier. Then you got New England. I mean, obviously, I said they are the king of this division. They're the best coached team, and they have the greatest of all time in Tom Brady as the quarterback at the helm. So I have New England getting the 2nd seed, and I got the New York Jets getting the 6th seed. Going to the AFC North, I got the Browns winning this division at 9-7, which I know is very low, but I think all the teams are going to beat up on each other. I think the Steelers lost Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, which is more of a net negative than a net positive. I understand the toxicity those both of them brought, especially Antonio Brown, but I don't think Big Ben really is going to have a good season. He didn't. I think this is going to be a huge step back for him. Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson is going to show improvements, but he's not going to be where he needs to be yet. And I know their defense is good. I think I have them both at, I think Steelers and Baltimore both at 8-8. And then I got Cincinnati. Cincinnati stinks. We all know this. AJ Green's out. I mean, Andy Dalton can't play in clutch situations. So I got the Cleveland Browns coming out of that division as the 4th seed. Then I got, in the AFC South, the Houston Texans, Colts, Jaguars, and Tennessee Titans. I have the Houston Texans, really because I believe in Deshaun Watson. I know Lamar Miller just got an ACL injury, but I think that DeAndre Hopkins is the best wide receiver in the league. In my opinion, the best, the most consistent. Doesn't mean he's the most talented, because I don't think he is, but I think he is the best. I think he is just really unbelievable. Great hands. I think he had 0 drops last year. So Texans are great. I'm a huge fan of Deshaun Watson. I'm a huge fan of Duke Johnson, who's going to be the starting running back too. So that's great. So I got the Texans coming out of the division. Colts, Andrew Luck's gone. They're not going to come out. I know Brissett's pretty good, but not as good as they need to be. Tennessee will be 9-7. It'll be a close 2nd place, but they'll lose the tiebreaker to the Jets. And then the Jaguars are going to take a step back. They'll probably be like 8-8. I don't expect Nick Foles to be able to carry this team to the playoffs. Leonard Fournette is not going to stay healthy the entire time. The defense, I think, has gotten weaker than it was last year and the year before. So I got the Texans coming out as the 3rd seed at 10-6. And then in the last division, I got the Kansas City, in AFC West, I got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers coming out. Chargers being the 5th seed. And the Chiefs being the 1 seed. I mean, the Chiefs speak for themselves. Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable. Tyreek Hill is unbelievable. Travis Kelce is unbelievable. I know they lost Kareem Hunt, but I think they could deal without him. And I think Andy Reid is finally going to get the monkey off his back, and they are going to win the Super Bowl this year. That's my Super Bowl pick, the Kansas City Chiefs. And then the Chargers are just that good. I mean, they're a really good team. They're going to take a step back than last year, but they're still going to be 10-5 or 10-6 in my opinion. You got Phillip Rivers there. I know Melvin Gordon is out, but who cares? And you got Keenan Allen, who's great. You got a great wide receiving core around him. You got a pretty good defense. So those are my picks for the AFC. Alright guys, I did the AFC in 3 minutes. I promise you the week-to-week videos will be shorter. I'm trying to get them under 4 minutes, but this is a really hard video to make under 4 minutes. So here comes the NFC. You got the NFC East coming up first. Giants, Cowboys, Redskins, and the Eagles. I just wrote down who I think is going to win, and I think that division only has 1 team coming out of it. I think that 1 team is the Eagles. The Eagles are going to be the number 1 seed at 12-4. I think the NFC is going to be really crunched together this year. No one's really going to show themselves as the number 1 team, except for maybe the Eagles, who will be 2 games ahead of everyone else. I think the Eagles are just a really good team. I think the Cowboys having all that drama is going to help them, and I don't think the Cowboys are going to be able to keep up with the Eagles. I think the first 3 games, even the Cowboys could win all 3 games without Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott because they're so easy. But I still think the Eagles with Carson Wentz, who is going to be fine for at least 12 to 13 games, will be good enough to be able to win that division. They're also playing the AFC East, which is going to help their record. Then, on the next division, the NFC North, I got the Packers winning that division. I'm a huge fan of Aaron Rodgers. I think with the new coach, he's going to have a bounce-back year. He's going to be healthy for the entire season, unlike last season, which he was pretty much injured the entire way. They did help their defense. They do have weapons on offense. I do expect the Packers to be 10-6 and have a solid season. They are going to be probably the 3rd seed, let's say. The Falcons I have as the 2nd seed at 10-6. They are in the NFC South. I have the Falcons, and I have the Saints coming out, but the Falcons are 10-6, and the Saints are 9-7. Saints take a step back. Drew Brees is getting older. I don't think they're going to be as good as last year. And the Falcons, Matt Ryan, they're going to be better than they were last year. I think Matt Ryan is a very good quarterback. I think they do have Freeman coming back. That's going to be a huge help, and I do expect the Falcons to take a step forward and to win this division. Julio Jones is going to have a great year again like he did last year. He's going to have 8 or more touchdowns. He had 8 last year, and it's going to be a really good season by them. They have a really good wide receiving core, one of the best in the NFL. I did forget in the NFC North, I actually do have the Vikings coming in at the 5th seed at 9-7. Kirk Cousins, again, is going to have a good year. Just a lot of people think it's not going to be enough. I think it will be enough to make the playoffs. I don't think it'll be enough to get past there. Dalvin Cook, I really expect good things from him. And he will, if he stays healthy, it'll definitely help Kirk Cousins, and it will get them to that 9-7, and they will make the playoffs. Then I have in the last division in the NFC West, I have a surprise, the 49ers. I am a big fan of Garoppolo. He did not play well last year when he did play, but I do expect the 49ers to do well this year. Seahawks taking another step back. They're just older. They're losing players. They're not good enough. Russell Wilson took a lot of money. They don't have the offensive line done. Rams, I do expect to take a step back as well. This is a big surprise. I think the Rams are not going to make it. I think Gurley's injury is going to hurt him throughout the season. I think Gurley is the heart and soul of that team. And I'm a huge fan of Sean McVay, but I do expect to step back. I wouldn't be surprised if they sneak in at 9-7, but I don't expect them to win this division. They could. I don't expect it though. And the Cardinals are still in a building year. I think they'll be like 6-10. It'll show improvements. David Johnson will be David Johnson. He'll be one of the top 5 running backs in the league, but it's not enough. So those are my picks. Just to go over, I got the Chiefs as the 1 seed in the AFC, Patriots as the 2 seed, Texans as the 3 seed, Browns as the 4 seed, Chargers as the 5 seed, and Jets as the 6 seed. And for the NFC, I have the Eagles as the 1 seed, the Packers as the 2 seed. The Falcons as the 2 seed, the Packers as the 3 seed, the 49ers as the 4th, Vikings 5th, and Saints 6th. So I said the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. I think they're going to play against the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Against the Falcons? You know what? Scratch that. I think they're going to play against the Packers in the Super Bowl, and I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are just that good of a team. And I think the Chiefs versus the Packers, Aaron Rodgers will get his team back, but it won't be enough to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Chiefs win, let's say, 34-31 in the Super Bowl. While editing this video, I saw that I was speaking at 100 million miles per hour. I wanted to try to keep the video as short as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just know that I will be speaking slower in my next videos, but also keeping it less than 4 minutes. Please subscribe and comment below. Let me know what you think of my picks, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your night/day/weekend.